Welcome back, everybody, to our next little adventure, or whatever. I think they call it an adventure. Maybe it's not. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, we have to take our concrete furnace over to the thingamajig, but first of all, we're nearly out of bang bangs. So, according to the list, miasmic tools, obsidian armor, and ammo. Now, because I do have a pretty good suit on, I don't need the obsidian armor. But I'm just going to make it because we can. And it wastes time. And it looks good. Not all of those things are conclusive, of course. That does help a little bit. So we're just waiting for this to be done. Then I'll have to make some more ammo casings. So that's going to be steel, I think it is, from memory. Yep, steel. Did I say steel? Or was it iron? I think it's iron, isn't it? Yeah, it was iron, dumbwit. God, sometimes you can be thick, boy. So we'll get those started. That'll keep things going because I'm going to need them for the next round. And we can load up those because I know the pistol's nearly empty. We're also going to need... we don't use the shotgun a lot, but I'd rather have too much than too little. So, where are we? Copper. Yep, we've got copper. Whoops. Nice to have a bit extra for a change. And of course we're going to need some more of that because we don't have enough. Let's grab 103. That should be enough. And we'll try again. Come on. Okay. 30, so we need 70 of those. I could actually start using those 12 gauge slugs, but not really. Okay. We want 70. So that what's that? 15, I think. Of those. And what shall we do there? What shall we do there? I mean, that doesn't really matter because we're going to use them sooner or later anyway. Where's my red ones? Because they do the job. Oh, so we're going to need more epoxy, are we? Again. And copper nails, of course. So, let's get some copper nails. Get those underway. Get things going there. We can put that back. We want. We don't really need. That much. I thought I had time. Ah, there it is. It was there all along. And that should give us enough of everything that goes bang. Those. That means that ain't nothing can kill us yet. Okay, that's more than enough of those. Alright, what else do we have to do? The miasmic tools. Okay. Now, they is something different. The miasmic tools are here. Now, while I could possibly get all of them, it's a little bit of 6 of one and a half dozen of another, right, of what you actually want. So normally I would just get the 3 basics again, which are the axe, the pickaxe, and the knife. Right, there's still miasmic coating. How do we get that? Well, we have to take this stuff and now, was it here or was it the chemist? I think it's the chemistry bench. Yeah, it's the chemistry bench. Long time since I made these, so I just had to check. Okay, there it is there. So we shall get that going. Now, we're also going to need lots of other stuff. So, let's check our gun, because, hey presto, guess what? Oh, not quite. They're not quite. And they are. And they're not quite. So, well, you know, can't always be lucky. What we're looking for? None of that. Oh, yeah, let's check what else we need, because my memory span is exactly 15 seconds. Titanium ingots, So we need 4, 10, 16. So of course we're just going to grab 20 because we're too lazy to count 16. Oh, we've got 15, so obviously we couldn't have had 17. So that's those. Refined wood, carbon fibre, we need 4, 8, 12. Okay, so carbon fibre, we need 12 of those. Silica, which we probably haven't got anymore, because why would we? Why would we indeed? It'd be stupid to have any, wouldn't we? So we've got to get silica. Right, refined wood. There's 30. I think we need more than that, so what I'm going to do is another 20. They take time because they are slow. Okay. Just do my that's being done. Epoxy. 4. Yep, the same there. Epoxy. And that leaves steel screws and carbon fibre. Steel screws. Oops. $25. We've got enough. Probably not enough. Let's make another 100 because I can't remember how many it was. Oh, there's a bit. Let's see if that's enough. We needed 12. Shit. Never ends, does it? Get that done. Go up and get those because they should be ready now. Oops, wrong one. Total confusion. Situation normal. All screwed up. And now we just need the carbon fibre. Okay. Have you finished? 12 carbon fibre. Yep. Might have to go and shoot a couple of mammoths again just for the hell of it. See how we get on with that lot. And we are slowly getting there. But we'll make the tools and I'll change the tools over. You'll see a marked improvement. It does create a problem when you have to repair them. But, well, who really cares? We're just here to have fun, be stupid and show our ignorance. And that's not a difficult thing to do. It's a difficult thing to live with, but it's not a difficult thing to actually do. So we shall potter along here quietly, get them done bit by bit, waste time nattering and talking about things that aren't really important. While we watch the little blue marker run backwards and forwards. We take these, get our tools, and we will replace these ones down here, just those 3. It should be more than enough. We could charge our lamp up, which is a good idea, because once we make the tools, we can then forget to pick up the lamp, go all the way to that far biome, and realise we haven't got a torch. Okay, pickaxe, knife, and axe. Now, knife, pickaxe, we can have... These, of course, can all be upgraded. And they have some very definite benefits. These would have to be almost one of the best sets of tools you can have. And once you have them, they can do all sorts of mighty things for you. So we have the tools, we have our ammo, and that just leaves our obsidian armor. Okay. Now, I thought from memory that the armor was here, but I think it's actually on the, yeah, it was the, thingamajig making thingamajig, you know, that makes this shit here. Right? Obsidian armor. So, quite expensive. So, I don't know whether I really want to make it. There's 5 parts to it, as you can see, all of them fairly expensive. Right? Platinum weave, composites, steel screws, and shaped obsidian. Okay, we do have plenty of obsidian. I can't remember how much of it is shaped. And I don't know where I'll put it. We're batting 500 at the moment. Where did you put the obsidian? You don't know. Okay. So, let's go and get it out of there, because that's where I put the... Oh, there it is there, shaped obsidian. 83, that's actually almost enough. But let's take these, put them into here, just to get them shaped. Right, and that'll make some more shaped obsidian. And over to the making thingamajig bench. Right, steel screws. We should have plenty of those. Because we did have lots. Although I can't remember what we did with them. Yeah. Steel screws. Oops. Bloody composites. Okay, platinum weave. Well, that's not too hard. No, platinum weavers, platinum weavers where you weave things, in the weaving thing, right, like here, okay? So, no, we don't need spider silk. Platinum sheath and fibre. Okay, fibre. What did you do with all the fibre? Us. None left in here. Does that mean I have to go and get some? Looks like it. Okay, fibre hunt. Magnificent big run outside. Let's go and hunt for fibre. I know it's so difficult to get and to find, and it's never where you want it. Except for the one you've got right outside your door, of course, which was all pre-planned when you built the house. It was thought out beautifully because you're a genius. Let's get a bit extra because you know what happens when you don't. Okay, that'll do. Oh, that's right, we've got to do that antenna too, don't we? That's something else we can work on. Wrong bench. Again, it's over here, under the stairs, where you left it. Platinum sheath. I did make some, I don't know how much I've got left. Not enough. Oh, I've got composites there. Okay. Platinum sheath. Platinum sheath you make with platinum. Duh. I know it's a really difficult stretch of the imagination, but that's what you actually make it out of. Anything else on there we needed? No. Anything else on there we needed? That's just to give us a bit extra in case we needed it. We shouldn't really. 80 should be enough. Okay. Well, that might not be enough. Yeah, because it's 10 for one, so we're going to need a shitload. Idiot. And composites. Of course, that's why I had a look over there to see if we had any composite. And I only had 2, and we're going to need more than 2. Five. 13, 16, 18, 20. So we're going to need 20 composites. We've got 2. We're going to need 18 more composite. Okay. Should be enough. Of course. And it's going to be silicon. And also iron. So now we're going to need 16. Okay. Big run for you know what. Let us deposit these. And pop on our friendly four-wheel drive. And we shall go over to the snow, put our thingamajigamy that goes in the whatchamacallit, which is next to the hook-my-dingle that's attached to the gap-my-randy. What? Now you decide you're hungry? Oi. Right, let's go and finish that off. Because why not? And that will get our Bizzos done. It should also give us a chance to keep an eye out for any of that brassy making stuff. You know, the stuff I mean. Mark this stuff here. Right, now let's try these, shall we? With that noxious crust, which will give us extra silica when we go there. Now the noxious crust you do not want to carry in your own purchase. It can be rather debilitating. So I usually make a habit, oh shit, if I know what I'm doing, put the noxious crust, because it's poison, into him. Right, that's what he's there for. I'm just here to look pretty. And I just didn't have to, I just wanted to. So let's go fussy britches. We'll get over here. And see about getting our stuff done. And of course I'm taking it this way just in case our pretty flower decided to pop up again, which it didn't, but we shall keep our eyes out, because you just never know when something might come up. We are still looking for silicon as we go, because there's no hurry. It's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon and we've worn a whole day out without doing anything. Now, the thing is, why was... Jesus, I've got to learn to do this better. Why am I worried about collecting that noxious crust? Well, for those who have not been initiated into the intricacies of this place doing things to you it shouldn't be allowed to do, noxious crust put into that spectacular little machine we made will actually give us lots and lots of the goodies we need. Which is the big advantage. And again, the big advantage with miasmic tools. You get all the free stuff, and you don't even have to work for it. Hang on, where are you going? God, I swear there are times when I'm going insane. And most of it is not even intentional. Did you really think I'd let you get away with that? Okay. Off. Let's see what the knife does. It kills really quickly. Right? And it gives you all sorts of goodies. Right? The acidic glands again. And what are they good for? Well, they're good for all those nasty little things that like to come along and eat you. So you get rid of those, right, and those you can keep. Oh, that's right, I actually stopped here to pick this other one up. And I swear, we are actually trying to get to the place where it's all white, and we will make it. I know we will. Eventually. That sounds like a bear. I don't think I'll hang around to find out. We're going to make a mad dash to the snow and actually have a little sleep there, and then we've got the next day to come back and pick up all the bits and pieces that we want. Yep, straight in. Ooh. Bumblebee house. They'll probably want to come and chew my ear. And because we do need a queen bee, yep, I'm going to stop and do something stupid. Yep, we got a queen. Hooray! Didn't we do well? Okay, buddy. Anything there that's going to kill me? Nah. Okay. We are not doing very well, are we? Come on, hurry up. Get a move along. We haven't got all bloody day. Over to the little pink thing where our house is. 18:30, yep, we can go straight to sleep, do what we got to do. Our little house on the prairie. And that will give us all day to try and find some more of the goody stuff. Yeah, that's it. Swim faster. Okay. See what I mean? You forgot to pick up your bloody light, didn't you? So, let's get our hammer out. And we want to make that into stone. Okay, that's all done. Close the door. Let's get the fire going. Let's cook some meat while we're at it. Just because we can. And while that's all going on, we can then think of how we can... what do we really want to do here? Sleep is a foregone conclusion. So let's do that. And wake up in the morning. Okay, we've got to get silicon. We've done all the things we want to do. We've got to remember to pick our light up that we forget to pick up each time. Because, well, you know, it's me we're talking about. Okay, how much have we got here? Bacon done. That's a start. Well, I suppose while we're doing this, let's go out and see what we can gather here. That's the only one of those that's here from memory. Might as well take this one, see what's here. And I've got the pick in my hand. Okay. And what we're going to do is okay. Sulfur. Silica. I hate to do this, but you know, we can actually store that, I think, would be the best idea. And I can pick it up some other time. So I can pick up only one more of the bizzos. Deactivate that. We'll take that with us. I shall get one more silica. We shall head back and buy it with what I've got and what it produces in the noxious stuff. I should have plenty to keep me going for a while. And this is the big advantage with the miasmic tools. It's a pain organising it, getting it and making them, but once you've got it, you're effectively mining or gathering 2 to 3 times what you normally would with other tools. And isn't that funny? There happens to be just one more here. Okay, let's get this. I might actually even have to dump a little bit because the stuff is quite noxious. It is not kind to you. Oh, we got it all. Oh, we've got nearly all of it in. Okay, let's not do anything silly. Do you see that little trap? Shoot the wolf. get the leopard to go there, and I get away scot-free. Wasn't that brilliant? You see how imaginative I was? So this should keep us going for a little while for silica. And then we should at some stage go and check all of our drills, because the power units may be damaged with the number of storms that have come through and what have you. So I may have to go and just do a little repair on them. You can see I'm getting slowly poisoned by some of the stuff around. What am I doing down in here? Am I taking the easy way home or the long way home? Probably the long way home. Because, you know, why not? Where am I going? Probably the wrong bloody way. Of course you are. You're meant to be going that way. You understand that now? Oh, I tell you, this guy's an idiot. He's got no sense of direction whatsoever. Right from the word go, the whole map was worked out that you go north, south, east and west. So what does he do? He goes south, west, north and east. Of course he does, because he's an idiot. "210% poison, 15% weather." Oh, you're not doing bad. Anyone would think it was a bad day. Height of the storm. But when you work it out, you're actually moving with the storm, not against it. So in theory, it should be beneficial. In practice, it screws you before you know what you're doing. Fun and games with Icarus. What a pleasure to be on such a nice vacation spot. Nice try, right? You nearly got me. Missed. Not a problem. I knew exactly where I was the whole time. Well, sort of. Maybe. Kinda like, you know. Alrighty. We've got to get rid of the bad stuff, save the good stuff, and do the right things. So, get rid of that. Let's get all the noxiousity into here. Okay. Silica, 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 sulfur, silica. Copper. Okay. We've got that. Right. Bees. No, I didn't need to put bees in here, so I should put these in there. Silica I need. No, boss, I'm still not going to keep them. We'll get rid of those. Let's pop those in there. Okay. Cooking. Yep, let's get that stuff cooked. Salt the bacon. Okay. Oh shit, we forgot to do that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, that gets all that done. Now, where do we get up to? We needed some of that in there. We've got 2. Oh, iron. Did I have any left here? Got one bit there. Oh, well, got to go back and do it the old-fashioned way again. Ooh, I've still got that one down in there. That was nasty. Cheesy sod. You see that? Okay, that's in there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're winning. Not by much, but we're winning. Okay, and I could have put the bones in there while I was at it. Let's see, what else have we got to do? Put the bees in there. Honey goes upstairs because we can use it whenever. No, that's all full of that shit. Okay, bees go down below. Let's go and put Mummy Bee. And we can gather these now. They should be ready. Yep. Oh, they're ready again. Oh, Jesus, they grow fast, don't they? Okay. Queenie, you can go in there. You guys can go in there. Lots and lots of honey stuff. And when it's all said and done, we should now start having quite a bit of silicon. So when we need silicon, we shouldn't have any problems getting it. Right. We should put that into our here. Okay. Anything else we've got? Oh, we forgot to put the yeah, well, right, yeah, of course. You forgot to put the furnace down. You knew you had something else to do, idiot. That should give us some more little pretty red ones. Which means, in theory, you should get off your ass and go all the way back there again. So, we will. But this time, we shall actually go and pick up our lantern. Because, while we're idiots once, we're stupid twice. We're completely uninformed 3 times, but the 4th time, we're a bloody genius. We remembered it all. Okay, obsidian armor. Now only needed platinum weave. We've got all that. We've got 15. We're going to do the lot because we can. And we just needed the composites, which was the big thing. There's the composites there. We shall get those underway. Oh, all this stress and pressure. Terrible on an old man's health. Once we get that going, and that should just about see us get everything set, get the armor done. It's midday. Okay, yeah, we can go and do that because you're an idiot. And you forgot to do the one thing you were actually there to do. Okay, come on, quick run. Straight there and straight back, no messing about. Don't need any more silica for a while. but we should be able to get there, put the furnace in. Oh, we can grab that other bit as well. Just a quick in and out operation, no more messing about. Things are so easy when you actually stick to the plan. And we've got medications to make, or medical stuff to make, so quite a bit of that to do. We should have most of the stuff we need for the essential medications. It's amazing what you can do when you do the things you're meant to be doing, instead of doing the things you're not meant to be doing. Straight in, straight out. That's all you gotta do. No messing about petting the local wildlife, or cutting trees when there's no need to. I know there is an exotic deep ore mine around here somewhere. I just can't find it. I know there's one in here at least. But we shall come and spend some time over here eventually, and we will have a good look around all the good places that I remember being murdered at. And all the crevices I fell down. And I didn't bring the shovel. What's all right? Didn't bring the shovel, then we didn't bring the shovel. Who gives a damn? Let's let's put it close to the window so we can, when we're slaving away, we can actually look out the window. Okay, that's there. That's all done. Now that's complete. What are you looking at? What do you see that I don't see? Okay. Yeah, okay, we can leave it. Next time I bring my shovel out, if I ever remember to bring my shovel out, we can clean all that off. If you get enough snow on the roof and everything, it will actually collapse the building. Well, it definitely will if it's wood. Stone and concrete, they should last pretty well all right. And straight home, no messing about. Because we've got everything. We just need now to finish our armor. There's usually a bear down here. But I don't know where he's got to. But he used to be a real pain in the ass. So we head home with alacrity and skill. Get our new set of armour made, even though we probably won't use it. I thought so. I knew you'd come back. You thought you would trick me, didn't you? And that gives us a few more seeds to make. Wasn't that a happy coincidence? Okay, after the armor, what do we have left to do? Well, we still have a few things left to do, namely clean out all of our drills, repair all of our wind turbines, because most of them have probably taken damage and have slowed right down. They never used to, but obviously they've changed things so that now the wind turbines take damage as well. And the next big thing is I want to make a lot of what do you call them? Stone flooring and such like, to take with us into the volcanic biome, for the simple reason that the volcanic biome has a large number of places. Let's go in there. That require quite extensive number of bridges and scaling areas and that sort of thing. So I like to take a good supply of them when I do go. All right, where did we get up to? That was all done, so we should have all this done now. All the composites done. Okay, let's see about getting our armor at long bloody last. Okay, hood 1, bodysuit 1. Of course we're going to run out. Obsidian armor, sleeves 1. Beat armor 1. And platinum bloody weave again. Oh dear. You're already at the table that makes platinum weave, dumbass. We needed. Oh, was that all we needed is fibre? Why didn't you say so? Like I told you before, there was plenty of fibre. So you used all that fibre I had. That wasn't very nice. That should be enough to keep you going. We've got 10 and we need 12. Isn't that bloody typical? Oh. Sheath. Okay. You really are starting to give me the tit, boy. Platinum sheath. Oh, I still had some there. Fancy that. I don't care. You can do it that way. We must be getting close to level 60 by now. Hooray. Let's go here. Put all those back. Put that back. And as you can see, physical resistance, fire resistance, cold resistance, heat resistance, which is the very good one, plus 50 explosive resistance and 20% volcanic exposure resistance. So very good for the volcano area. Why am I not putting it on right this minute? Because I don't really need it right this minute. Now, also with the suit I'm wearing, I can sort of more or less get away with it to a certain degree without having to use it, as long as I don't fall in to a pre-prepared situation of stupidity and fall into a volcanic lake. Right. So in theory everything should be right. Okay, everything is done on the list. We did our ammo. Let's cancel the list. And we've got a clean board. Right, what was next? Well, we do have these goodies. We shall let those process. Did I put them in there? Yeah, I put them in there. So that leaves those in there. The next thing was to do our medications. These all grow nicely. See, they're a lot slower growing this time. So this will just about be the last time I managed to get anything out of them, which is why we were able to pick up the other two, and we shall now get virtually the same amount again out of those two. By the time that's all grown and done, there's a pretty even chance of it respawning again in the same place the next time I go looking for it. So that's always a win. Now, medication. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. We've got a lot of stuff. All the fertilizers, the growth stuff. Basic fertilizer, and where is it? Growth fertilizer. There it is. And we can get out of there. 9. Okay, now these are the 3 I'm inclined to use most often. Antibiotics, and here somewhere, health recovery. These are the ones I'm more inclined to use more often. Health recovery elixir, this is 500 health, right? This one is only 250, so this is actually the better one to use. More expensive to make, but way, way better. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, antibiotics, because you go into a cave a lot, they're always had. Blood thinning, that's if you get donked on the head. Antibiotic tonic, either of those. I've got honeycomb, and I've got plenty of it. And we should have charcoal lying around the place, so let's go and get some honeycomb and some charcoal, and we'll make that one. Honeycomb, honeycomb, honeycomb. Oh, yep, there's some in there. 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 Okay. Let's deactivate this. And that should stop it from making it, and we should actually start getting a bit more honeycomb recovery. So we shall have to come back to that one. Right, next was charcoal. Oh, that's right, we've got to do a light for in here, don't we? Let's do that, because that's getting important. Work light, work light, work light, work light. Lights, lights, lights. Work light, there we are. Aluminium, glass, and electronics. Yeah, okay. I was hoping there'd be more than that, but still. I had some over here as well. No, I've used it. Anywhere else that I might have been using it? Okay. And yes, I do know that I could be making it out of that as well. but I don't really have to at the moment because I don't need that much. Okay, that's that done. Glass and aluminium ingots. Glass, aluminium ingots. Thing we need is our electrical thingamajigamy, because why not? I don't think I've got any grass left in here. I used it all for bottles, I think. Yes, I did. Which are not meant to be here, they're meant to be up top. Let's put them up there where they belong. That done. That done. And go and put our light in because we need it. Excuse me, didn't you pick it up, Eddie? That's what I thought. So what are you doing in there? The things I have to do. I only had the water coming through here. That's a pain. Right, let's try this. Into there. See? It's not hard to do. Now we've got some light in here. That's way more efficient. Okay. Anything else that we've forgotten that we shouldn't be doing, or that we should be doing and we haven't been doing? Let's take all of that and all of that. And put all of that and all of that in there. That looks reasonable enough. Okay, that's all sorted. And that, I suppose I can store it in here. You can see how much silicon you can get back from using the miasmics. Okay, next thing is, what was I going to do with those? Let's put those over here because I'm going to need them sooner or later. Right. And let's go out there and order the ship. Oh, that's right. And then we've got to do the antenna. Okay. Remember to do the antenna. Another 45 or so. And we shall get another, I think it's 21 or 22 off the next set. And then we should get another 60 odd out of the 3 seeds that are left. So all in all, quite a profitable little flower, that one. Now, what we're going to do, antenna. That was the next big one. Do we want to do it in daylight, or are we going to do it in the dark? Let's do away with this. Let's have a sleep. Have a bit of the daylight. Okay. Now, we were going to make this. So we were waiting for honey. We still needed charcoal. And fortunately, we have charcoal right here, which is why I've been burning wood in that. Okay, antibiotic, we'll take that one. And we shall have 10 of those. Let's see. Any more of you decide to sort of come and say hello? Okay, guess what, boys? We've got enough to fill your bins again. Isn't that fortunate? That was fun. And look at all that goodies in there. I'll never have to buy animal fat again. Are you quite happy being an arsehole? See, you get your morning shooting practice in without even having to try. You also get a free supply of animal fat. You get a free supply of bones. You get free stuff for your GG and your elongated chicken. Let's put all of that in. All of that in. There you are, look at that. It's gonna make heaps. Now, that's done. What were we gonna do? 7 of those. We want to get rid of that because it's poisoning me slowly. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Bones can go in there. where did we get up to? Just trying to get things done around here can be such a complicated process. Okay. No, don't know what I want that there for. Okay, let's go down and see how much honeycomb we've got stored up. Well, that should be enough. No, they come along. They're slow, but that's about as fast as they'll grow. And this will be about the last time you can harvest them. So let's go up. That's there. That and there. And yeah, what did I say? We wanted 10 of those. Okay. Excuse me. You can only do 4. Oh, well, screw you then. We won't do any of those. We shall wait for these ones. Because I've got more of those. See, they just keep setting you up with problems that have no right being there. Right, that'll stop poisoning me. Don't give me that. I will have to see about doing some serious epoxy. Now maybe we'll get it right the first time. Okay, 10 of those. Next, do I want to spend the extra and get these? Which is salt, flour, organic resin. Probably, yeah, why not? Because they are better, obviously. So we want salt, organic resin and flour. And we should have most of that. Right, so we have flour. We should have plenty of salt either in here. Yeah, we do. Let's split that stack. And organic resin's the only thing we've got to get, which is downstairs. Down here. Organic resin. We just need wood. Yeah, better to make a bit too much than a bit too little. And let's get some oxide. Let's get that made. Okay, that'll be the organic resin done. Even though we already had 100 there, we forgot all about. That's it. And how many can we make? 10? Yep, we'll make 10 of those. Right, anything else? Well, if we need it, we can always get it. don't need that. We don't really need that. These are very good, so we won't really need these either. Okay, 10 of those. And we'll get 10 of these. And that's just about all our medical, except for bandages, because you still need bandages. And we shall get a lot of fibre and stuff, and we shall make those. And that will give us a medical kit, which means we are going to have to make a medical pouch, because it's the most, or the best way to actually carry it all. So, you know, in your pouches you can carry all sorts of stuff. So, what I just said, I've completely forgotten. I can't remember, did I open the pouches? No, I didn't. Of course you didn't, because you're an idiot. Okay. Victory. Tier 3, I think it is. Down here somewhere. Advanced textiles. May actually, I think it was earlier than that you could get them. Pouches. So let's have a look earlier in the early model, because yeah, that's where they were. Right, small pouches, farmer's satchel, medical satchel. All right. So medical satchel, farmer's satchel, nah, not so much. Small pouches, these are actually quite good, right? You can have a bit of fun with them. They don't carry quite as much stuff, but you know, you can put a certain number of items in there and then put them in your medical satchel or your backpack or wherever you're going to put them, right? Creature deterrent, yeah, you can use them, but I'm having fun swearing every time we get inundated with unnecessary animals that I can turn into easy food for my friend outside. Okay, leather, iron nails, small ones, leather, iron nails. I guess all we need is leather and iron nails. And guess what? One thing we do have a lot of, yep, is leather. And that means that if we have a shitload of leather, it ain't going to be that hard to get a shitload of nails. You're saying, what the hell are you doing with 400 nails? Well, that's called being a smart bastard. Having enough ready for the next time. Once this is all done, and we've got everything organised, while these are being made, we could probably go and sort out our bandages. I normally only have bandages in the early part of the game and just rely on good armour, lots of bullets and good weapons to see me through the rest of the game. Doesn't always work, but it's a lot of fun thinking about it. Okay, that's them nails. Okay, medical satchel. And the idea is, of course, as you see, Here, it's taken up 2 spaces. With a medical satchel, it's only going to take up 1 space. Now, if I have more of something, in other words, 10 or 12 different sorts of things in the pouch, rather than having to find them each time, then you can put them in individual pouches. But I don't like messing about too much. Okay, so inventory, here's our medical, open inventory, and put our pouches in. As you can see, it can carry quite a bit. Right, now we are going to need, believe it or not, I wonder, did I have any left? 16, no, that's not going to be enough. I can still make rope out of leather. Why would I make rope out of leather? I'll show you in a minute. Because we ain't really that dumb. We just pretend to be. So now all of my medication, medical stuff is only taking 1 space instead of 2. And as I add things like yeah, 216 fibre. You didn't think I knew that, did you? So let's have a look. We're going to need bandages. So bandage, and we'll make 10 of those. No, I see, you're still short. Okay, if that's the way you want to play it. No, it's not a big killer animal. Let's go and get some more fibre. More curious than worried. Okay, what does that give us? Oh, that should give us enough. Even with just a cheap old iron scythe, you can gather quite a bit of shit. Okay. Now, we wanted 10. 10 of those for obvious reasons. And we're going to need butcher kits. So, where's the other one? That's not the one I want. There it is there. Bones and leather. You did say something about having too much leather, and bones, which I think I've already used them all like an idiot. So well, you would go and screw around, wouldn't you? Now you found out all those bones you've been putting through, you now need. Okay, the other thing is, it's only the animal fat now. Where was it? Oh, that's right. Ah, I know what it was. I know what it was. This is where it's a bit of a dirty trick. How shall I do this? Just go up and cut a few? This is a bit naughty, but it's the reason or one of the reasons that I got my miasmic tools. It's for this one reason. So now we go to the choppy bits, and you will see that when I chop this tree, I'm picking up something different. Now, why am I chopping just a couple of trees when I've already got wood in there? It's because with the miasmic, it's going to give me, again, a special bark. No. And guess what that bark gives you? Right. Almost unlimited epoxy. So you see, you whack up a couple of trees, poison yourself a little bit, become overweight, and run like hell back home, if you can, preferably with a gun in your hand. And you'll see that I'm slowly being poisoned by 670%. And that's going to give me a lot of epoxy. Not the wood itself. The wood itself is still just wood, which just goes into your normal bits of thing here. But this stuff, infected bark, right? Now this will give me epoxy, and I mean epoxy. So what are we going to have to do? First, I'm going to have to at least clear this out, because I's about to get a shitload of stuff going. Where I'm going to put all that, I don't know. Okay, time to start putting down a few more boxes. And there. I ain't got space for nothing. There. Let's got rid of that. Okay, now, I don't know if you noticed, but you see I haven't got any bandages. That's because they automatically went into the satchel. I don't have to think about it when making them. They go in there automatically, therefore take up less room. So, the next thing I've got to make is these. Right? And it's the bones I'm going to need. So, fortunately, somebody has just decided it's a good idea to go walking around outside, and he's got bones. I want his bones. I don't need many, but any will do. And there's Icarus. 25, that should be enough to do a few of the suture kits. In theory, you shouldn't use a lot of suture kits, which doesn't mean to say that you don't. It just means to say that in theory, you shouldn't need them. So, suture kits, maximum, it's 5 will have to do. For the moment, See, those are going automatically into the medical satchel, which is the other advantage of not having to worry about them. Okay, fibre I shall put back over here because that's where I've always been putting it. But sticks and foam. Sticks back over here. What the hell is that doing there? Who was knocking at my house? Enough of that, you lot. Okay. Here. And let's get those in there salted. So my friends, I think that's just about it for the day. We've cleaned up just about everything we can possibly clean up. I've shown you why I like miasmic pools and why I wanted to make them. Because of all the advantages that they give you, of all the free stuff. And they are pretty durable. But they will outlast a lot of the other tools. And of course you can still put enhancements on them to make them even better. Which I might get round to one day, when I sort of think about it. But in the meantime, I shall just finish off cooking the meat. I shall then go and start getting the stone stuff ready for the volcanic biome. And that way, everything should be hunky-dory. So, once again folks, let's go down here. Oh, okay, let's go under there. And thank you very much for being here. And we hope to catch you in the next one.